Hi everyone, this is Crochet Rocks with an emergency at the end of the road. We first saw some flashing lights go by and noticed it was the Coast Guard, and we've got these enormously loud helicopter with some very strong searchlights, and it turns out that it's a fault line along those cliffs that I walk by where I told you there was cracks and that they could go at any time, and looks like it may be because a fault line has appeared in someone's house, and so now if it goes, it's going to take all the telegraph poles. We've been informed we had to move our cars, and if those telegraph poles go, then that will be the end of the internet. I did joke to Gary and say we could have a better sea view by morning, but must be very, very scary for those people who live down there. And of course that sea gets closer to us all the time. But the alarming thing is those searchlights were in the field opposite, so I'm hoping that the fault line doesn't go all the way up and it's just the edge. So, scary times. I'm going to pause this video. It's a bit nippy out here this evening, and sorry about the noise. That is one hell of a noisy chopper. So I shall see you on the inside. Well, how about that? That was crazy and cold and a bit scary really, because they're out there now going the whole length of cliffs. And they were quite opposite us at one point, opposite the house. So I'm just hoping that the cracks in the cliffs are not too bad. Didn't really expect that. I know that every time I've been for a walk with you guys, I've said these could go at any minute. And I guess as it's been so hot and very little rain, they may be drying out a little bit, the clay, and crumbling. And that's the problem, they crumble. Some areas have had the defences put in, but they've always neglected the ones at the end of this road. And about a couple of years ago, when they had a big chunk fall into the sea, it took the sewer with it, and they were up there doing surveys on the sewer and trying to kind of repair it. But they had these big meetings about it, and the people that live at the end were saying, you know, it's all very well you're worrying about the sewer, but what about our house? You know, the fact is we live right on the edge, and they need to start doing something about it and looking after the sea defences, and they never have. And but so many, you know, when I took you for the walk a little while ago and showed you that other cliff area, there's just been loads of houses that have gone into the sea. And where Gemma and I, with Mike and Tyler and Gary, were walking the other day, and I didn't film that, but there was a big mansion on the top of the cliff that I used to play in as a child. It was disused, like not derelict, but empty. And I know Gary and his friends used to play there as well, not at the same time, I never knew him, but that went into the sea a long time ago. So it's quite crumbly and quite scary really. There's been caravan sites, the post office has gone over the cliff, there's been so much lost that you think that they would have put in some real proper sea defences. And I've seen them in Laysdown. When I went there for a walk a little while ago, remember I said there's all those boulders that they never used to be there when I was a kid, because that very cliff there where those boulders were, I was climbing it with my dog and I couldn't get up, and my dog pulled me up. He was a big German Shepherd, and he just held I was holding his lead and he put it in his mouth and he yanked me up that cliff. I always said he saved my life, but it was a bit of a melodramatic thing. He didn't really, wasn't in that much danger, but I couldn't get up again. I'd have had to have walked all the way down the bottom. But that defence has been put in, so really they should do something. Whew. But at least for now, the helicopter has buzzed off. It's gone further along the cliffs to check, I think. And it will be back. It'll be impossible to sleep tonight with all that noise and kerfuffle going on outside. We knew something was wrong because as soon as we saw flashing lights go down the road, and I didn't know if it was an ambulance, but Gary said that looks like the Coast Guard. And then the Coast Guard came back, but about 3 or 4 vehicles went down there. And then we went outside and they'd cordoned off the end of the road. So I said, that's the cliffs then. If they've cordoned off the road, that would be the cliffs. And we didn't know at that point if it meant that there was somebody in trouble on the cliffs or if it was going. But I've just suspected for a while that there was going to have a chunk go. But who knows? It could be that if that does go, which is highly likely, as there's a big crack through somebody's house, that's what it will take with it. That's the thing. So it could be fun and games here for a little while. Anyway, thought I'd get on and say hello to you all, because you never know, I might not be able to do this tomorrow. If the internet goes, if the phone lines all go, that'll be curtains for me for a bit. Well, I hope not. But I can always pop over home, upload a few things and then come away again. Or Mike and Gemma wouldn't mind me uploading at their house either, but I wouldn't be able to do lives. So that's the only thing. So fingers crossed it's not too bad. And, it's all just a big palaver over something small, but I can't see it. If you've got a house at the end that's got a big crack running through it and a big fault line appearing across the cliff, it doesn't look good, does it? So, wish me luck, guys. And I'm hopefully will see you for Rocks Chat tomorrow. Maybe. If you don't see me, you'll know. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.